like government put into this city. Town hall, which was like built building in October 14th of last year. So, and just basically what it is like, you know, you got like a big old, I don't know what you would call this, stage, if you will, you know, where everybody, like the townspeople, like as far as like the councilors and the mayor and stuff like that would sit, you know, during some kind of like, you know, emergency, you know, meeting or something like that for the townspeople. And this is an actual waterfall seating area. You can sit in here and like watch the water, and it's kind of cool looking, decorative, which I love. This took me a long time to build. Of course, we have two sieves here. You got the fountain of lava, fountain of water, and this is actually snow right here. Like these little, they're snow caps. So this is a movie theater. I don't know if I've showed you this before or not. I'm just gonna show you a movie theater real quick, what it looks like. Basically, this is what the movie theater looks like. You go up here, and when I turn the switch in the main office, this light comes on, and these lights here go off. And that's when, you know, the movie supposedly, you know, would start. Of course, you can't do that, only on the PC, from what I've been told. So, let's see, next I'll go to the football stadium. Here we have the Colts and the Lions playing. Fairly large stadium. My favorite part of the stadium, you're gonna like think I'm crazy, but I designed it to look something similar to Three River. Notice, like, seeing the outside of Three River Stadium, there's like 4 columns, like stairway columns that go straight up. And I just think it's the coolest thing, so I added it on to this building. That for, you know, one of those, you know, 4 columns. A little water, that's supposed to be like a fake elevator. Go faster, or slower, whichever. Okay, so I've been told we're not broadcasting. Hopefully we're still recording, so I can post this later. This over here, I kind of started, I got the idea off of a, YouTube video called, what was it called? Some kind of like a orphan, that's what it was. Like, you know, a bunch of kids came in here and they were supposed to like figure out like what happened, and they were like, thought they were discovering this, you know, abandoned old mansion house when it was actually haunted, and then ended up being trapped inside of it and stuff. It's really dark in here. But if you watch the video on YouTube, it's really cool. I liked it, so check it out. It's not one of mine. It's not really sure the name of the person. This is going to be the airport eventually. Thinking about changing the floor in this. Here we have what would be a luggage carrier. Throw your luggage in there. The guy comes up here to drive it. Right here. And this is the actual runway. I'm going to change this to nighttime so you can see the night. Well, I don't want to do it yet. I'm going to turn it around like that. As you can see, I have a plane coming in. So we're going to change this to night so you can see the lights light up. And watch closely. Not working. Oh, that's because somebody messed with my thing. There it goes. See it going, lighting up? It takes a while for it to come back down, but it does come back down also. least it's supposed to. They let people in and they end up, like, you know, breaking something or don't know how to fix it or whatever, so I will have my redstone person come back and fix that. Anyway, I'm going to take you into the hockey stadium now. This is a security room. The security guy comes in here, he watches, you know, all kinds of cameras of everybody in here all day. Gotta go to the bathroom, he goes right there. I was thinking about putting like a little food, container or something. Also, that's another security room. This is a girls' and boys' bathrooms. You'll find this little item frame with the blue block and the pink block a lot throughout my city. I found it to be easier to make, you know, this rather than to make, you know, signs that say girls or boys, you know, every time. So it's just very simple. Toilets. And this should be the same. Sometimes I like color, you know, use different colors, you know, like blue for boys and pink for the girls. This is a like a dining area, restaurant area, where you can get food and eat. Someone commented on my activities. Hold on a second. Must be something on my other. Anyway, this is the hockey stadium. For the first time ever, this is pretty cool. I like this. It actually makes it look like we got, you know, players on the field. Not a field, but, on the ice, you know, opposing one another. He should have, wait, this guy should have a different helmet on. Oops. I gotta figure out how to do that again. Okay, he's got. Hey, let me copy this guy here. Let's do it this way. Okay, he's got blue shoes, yellow pants, blue shirt, and yellow head. So we want to put him here. Not so much facing that direction. Let's put it right like that. Shoes, pants, jacket, and head. So they're facing off. The only thing missing is a stick in their hand. But, and the little button there is just for, you know, to make it look like they got a hockey puck to hit around. I got a guy on each end for the goalie. I did use some of the, like, our stands to, like, create people at, like, restaurants and stuff like that. So, I ran out of that, so. Oh, yeah, that was the locker room we just went through. Speaking of locker room, there's no button here. There we go. That's a locker room, just plain simple. Got little tiny shelves in it. Pretty cool. I like it. So that's the hockey stadium. That's, yeah. There's a bathroom. Oh, I didn't show you the merchandise area. I think this is a ticket booth here. Come in and they actually, it should have, well, they will have, this one's empty, but in the chest they'll have like little pieces of paper to resemble your tickets. And one of these around here, there's a merchandise stand. Yeah, find it. There it is. So you get your merchandise here, you come up here, you buy your stuff, you know. And that's gotta be loaded too. But you get the general idea. And then the steps, you know, they have like stairways. Oh, I forgot to show you the luxury boxes. I'll show you that real quick. They can fly, but to get to them, you have to go over here. Oh, yeah, you'd have to go like down here and up around and then up through here. So, and then you go up through here, and these are very, like, you got a dining area here, and you have, here's a cooking staff here to cook for you while you're watching the game. Sit here and, you know, watch the game. That's pretty cool. I like it. So, that's new. I built a hockey stadium before, but I never did all that before with well, we didn't have access to no armor stands before, so. Let's see, what else can I show you? This is up here. No, these are outside of the hockey stadiums. They're just like areas to hang out for, you know, people that are coming to the stadium or getting ready to leave or waiting for somebody to pick them up. This is the office building. Very cool. Information desk. Visitors must sign in. There's gonna be like a paper or something here. In fact, can I do that now? I can't put it on top like that. That's kind of stupid. And just put it like that. Anyway, the secretary comes back here. She's actually got like a waterfall inside of here. I covered it up so it wouldn't leak out. And the button here actually triggers a light over here in the security office. That light right there. So security's in here and doing this thing. He's watching. And if he sees this light come on, then he knows that there's a problem in the waiting room. So he goes out here and he checks it out. He straightens, you know, sends people home, whatever he does. This is conference room D. Big large table in the middle of the room. Paintings and what is that? That is like the very first map item frame I ever did. We should take that down. Put a new one up. That's all it would show. I don't want to do that, and then we'll have to travel the whole. Well, we could do it. This is a small. It was a classic size map, and it was turned into a large map. Not a large map, a small map sized up when I came to the PS4, which I happen to love, by the way. Over here we have church. We have handicapped parking as always. Here is the entrance. There's a light switch. I mean, maybe that out of my way. This is like where you would go in to talk to the preacher, you know, during the day when, you know, during off-peak hours. He sits back in here. His secretary sits in here. She presses the button for you to go back in. I believe there's, I don't know if I put an office in here or not, but there's supposed to be one in there also. And this is the main church area. Over there in the corner is a confessional, even though I'm not Catholic or Protestant. So, hold on a second. Hey. Hey, Matt. Hello? What's that? Okay, so back to recording. This is a little dining area. I think it was the kitchen I just went through. Yeah, this is kitchen. Kind of unique. Small, but, you know, good enough for cooking, you know, a meal for the congregation, once a month. I think we're back down now. If you want to see something really cool, when I first did this building in a different map, this was all, you could like walk up here and like, see all the cool stuff. And I should have probably like closed this off at one point, so you can't see all that stuff, but not really that necessary. I do want to show you one of the towers. The towers are pretty cool. I built this map first, or I built this building, the church, like in a survival building, survival map first. Of course, without the stained glass. And I did do it with the towers, but there was no stained glass, like I said. And this is supposed to represent like a giant bell at the top of the tower, kind of like a Hunchback of Notre Dame type of thing. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And we're just gonna fly down here. This over here is a building. I started out to be a mansion, and now I'm not really sure. I mean, I really like the front, like, entrance area, but it's just so many different angles and stuff. I think I should have just stuck with, like, a natural looking thing. I'll turn the lights on so I can see, because otherwise it gets dark in this building. Not a whole lot to show. Why are there speakers in the floor? An interesting thing. But yeah, this is like a lot of work to this building to be done yet. I did put a tennis court in over here, which is the first time I've ever done that. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, not big on sports, you know, but hey, everybody needs to exercise sometime. This is my house. I've not decorated it yet. This is a guest. This is a guest house, actually. Let me sit up. My throat a little bit better. Alright, so this is the guest house. So actually, I mean, it looks sort of like the townhouses that I showed you earlier, or in the previous videos, as far as the upstairs goes. Even the downstairs goes, you know, it's quite different. This is meant to be like a diving board. So you jump on the deep end through the second floor if you want to do that. If not, you know, no big deal. So I'm gonna go through the front of the house now. I forget what's this for. Doors. Oh, this is the bathroom. Okay. This is a little half bath. These are closets. My wine closet. This is a dining room. Hold on, somebody wants to talk to me. Hello? Matt? I need to send him a message. back to what I was doing. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't hurt my mic anyway, or not my mic, but see, this is like a little jacket stand for these guys aren't gonna leave me alone. Yeah, this is a little jacket stand, like for whoever wants to live here afterwards. This is a light switch, controls the upstairs lighting. We're gonna turn that back on. And right here we have a bathroom. Very cool, very modern. And you can't see except for like a little tiny, small hole up here. And this is to turn on the water. Very cool, I like it. I don't know anybody else that's ever created a shower other than me. I'm sure other people like copied other people's showers, but to like actually create the first shower, I was pretty excited. Oh, this is an actual bedroom that's done. Little windowsills, you can get up here and look out. The windows are tinted with cyan, and these are tinted with the yellow, obviously. But I like the cyan. It looks, makes it look a little more darker in the evening. This is a private bathroom for this person, whoever lives in this bedroom. And the shower comes down like so. And we're gonna turn it off so we can get out because it's pretty strong. He's also got his own toilet, sink. Very cool though. I mean, if you don't know this is here, you wouldn't know it. I mean, you wouldn't even look for it. Actually, I'm thinking we're gonna change that so it looks a little different. If I knock that off and put the steps there and knock it out. Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, can't do it that way. I do it this way. Now I need my steps back. And that's why it was built that way. Because otherwise you would have been able to see through that block right there. Anyway, this looks like just a normal end of the hall. I'm going to clear that off. And, you think, oh, well, this is kind of nice. It's decorative and everything, but what's with the pressure plates? You can actually go through here, you can't, oh yeah, you can go back through too, that's right. So, both sides are active, and I did that with the redstone, handbook. Very simple. So now we're gonna move on. Let's see. This is the gas station here. These are the gas pumps. Steven, Patrick, Chris, my nephew, did this. And the gardening, like the lawn work and everything. He did all that. Well, I did the building and the overhang, and he did the gas pumps and the landscaping. This was great early on. I'd probably get around to doing something like that again. We'll see. These are just townhouses here. I'm going from the side. Normally I wouldn't go in from the side, but since we're on the side, I'm going to show you. This is supposed to be a sauna. We'll close this window behind me. Chilly. This is just like a little hot tub right here. It was pretty deep. But that's kind of cool, Then you get the backyard, you got the fire pit, you got the chase lounges, you got the lit up pool. Yeah, very decorative out back here. We're gonna go in through the back door. This is the kitchen, of course. It actually has like food stocked in here. That one has pumpkin pies. And that one has steak that's uncooked. So we're gonna close them. And there's something leaking up above. That's probably the shower. It's not a good thing. This is just like a fancy dining room table and living room area. Jump over the furniture. This is my library. Like I said, this was early on in the stages of me building, so my redstone work is like not good. This is another dining table. A little bit too big for the room, but it's okay. This is the office. Kind of cold looking, but it works. Up here is, let's see. Here you have bunk beds. Something I haven't done in a while. Where's your bed at? Oh, there it is. And it's even got ladders up there too, so. Yep, and you can get in and out of it without, like, having to, you know, jump through anything. I'm gonna put one of these pictures on. Now, somebody put a garden in here. Normally, I would not do something like this, but this is not my house. They wanted to have their own fresh garden, you know, whatever. I let the kids do, you know, not very much, but some things, you know. I would like to know how they did that. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Now don't go back up. There it goes. There we go. Alright, so we're not gonna mess with that no more. This is the extent of the lighting back in the day. Like I said, I didn't know how to do the lighting up in the roof or the ceiling. So, this is a guest room. Very small bed. And computer though, it's kinda cool. We're going on a half an hour here. I'm trying to find the upstairs stairwell. I was already in there. It's in there. There's a stairwell here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I believe this is a closet. Yeah. So, up here we have the attic. And there are 2 bedrooms in each one of these. These are lights. No wonder I can't put no more freaking item frames down. They got all the item frames filled. And change that. Cool for decoration and all, but you're taking up all my item frames, man. I gotta fix that. Did it again. There we go. I'm gonna stop messing around with that stuff now. See how dark it gets up here? Okay, open up the door. Ooh, movie theater. That's cool. I like that idea. What's... Let's see what's at the end of this hallway. Just a brick wall. So what's at the end of this hallway? Yeah, brick wall there. There's a bedroom. Nice room fireplace. Kinda scares me because that's black wool. Yeah, let that go though because that's not... I'm pretty sure I have fire off. Fire spreads. Turn that off. That makes me nervous. If you're gonna build something like this, you have to build the right type of thing around it. It doesn't need to be that big either. Let's build some nether brick around it. And then it looks like it goes straight up out of the chimney. Or into a chimney, I should say. Then we're gonna set this on fire. And then we're gonna put like put a little fence in front of it. That's better. Yeah, so this is the downstairs area again. I'll clear that. You're gonna go back downstairs. There you go. Now, this is supposed to be a mailbox, I believe. Yeah, there's a map in it. And it's labeled map number 8. Oh, okay. Oh, let's put it back in the mailbox. There we go. Alright, so. These are some houses that aren't even finished yet, or, you know, still working on. As you can see, we've reached the corner of the map. Now, this is where the old map used to end, right here. Like, right at this corner that you stand. Like, the road used to come up here and then turn that way. But now that I've converted this to a small map from a classic, I can continue on with it. And that's why I kind of haven't built anything else to it, because I don't know what to build next. Or where to take it out, you know, to, or anything like that. So, we'll work on that eventually. This is a basketball thing on top of the prison, for the prisoners. And the idea of this is, you know, this would be your ball. Jump up, throw the ball, and hopefully you would do better job at it than that. Just for... Now see, it lit up because my friend Christian did this. And there's the ball. Pretty cool. He's really good with redstone. I mean, really good. Alright, so I hope you like that building. This is the hospital building down here. It's got a helicopter on top of it. It's got 2 beds in it in case, you know, of a crash. This is the interior of the hospital. What's this room? Oh, closet. This is the OR, I believe. Or this is ICU. We don't really need to. I think I've showed this to you before in the previous map. Or previous video. So, I'm just gonna like show you the area that's kind of lit up over here. This is a lounge. Must be for the doctors or something. Over here we have the slaughterhouse. Down here we have the farm. And that's pretty much it. This is where all my animals are. Got sheep in here. Cows. Some piggies. Some donkeys. Some mules and then donkeys. Horses. I got a bunch of horses. Some more sheep, some more cows. And then we have the chickens over here. Look at all the eggs we got. That's pretty cool. Now this here, you can see I have lighting. This is where I started to do more lighting. So, you turn the lighting off. But I have your lighting to keep the animals happier. I'll turn the light back on, because last time I came in here, I forgot where the light switch was. I'm gonna go in the mall now. This is a very big mall. Not as big as the first one I built. I'm gonna put an elevator in here at some point. Somebody was supposed to work on that and they gave up because they forgot how to do them. There's Mattress World. Renegade Movement Hoverboard. Okay. I don't think I made that sign. Elevators that way. GameStop will go in there. Cape. Payless. Support Council. Routines. Build-A-Bear. Here's a sign. What's over here? Zales. That's a jewelry store. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is an indoor roller coaster. And its tickets are $2. I'll take your ticket. And then I'm gonna get me my little cart. Put my cart in. Then I'm gonna hit the button. I love the noise that they the sound effects they added in for this also. Now, it doesn't come back to where it started at. And there's a reason for that. I forget what the reason is though. But yeah. I don't know, it was like I would have had to bring it through here and then the button wouldn't have worked, so that is the reason. There's no pretty little water area. I should go fishing in here. Let's see, do we have a sign there? Yes. 1 hour fishing, $5. Over here we'll have Spencer's. And we'll have Hot Topic. And then we'll have Hat World. I don't know what's gonna be in there. What's this? Foot Locker. Victoria's Secret. What was that one? Tickle Me. That's Tickle Pink. Women's restroom. That's in here. Oh, this is actually done. That's pretty cool. I just switched from the interior. Just right there. Over here we have the men's bathroom. Pretty cool. Looking manly. Let's go back on the other side and turn that light switch back on, because I'll forget where that's at too. Indoors, there's lights messing me up. There we go, now we're out. Showed you that. Well, I think I showed you everything in like 40 minutes or so. I think I showed you the ghetto houses or drunken thieves. Let's go to the ghetto houses. Okay. As a child, I used to like sometimes go to this house, it's almost like a townhouse, but it was like in that bad part of the city, and it was my dad's sister, so she was my aunt, and like it was low income houses. So I remember it because they were always made of brick on the outside, and like drywall, I think, on the inside. But the steps, I don't know if this is one I made or not like that, but oh yes it is. The steps were concrete like steps. So one time as a very young child, I fell down the steps. True story. And I have a knot on the back of my head to this day because of, falling down these steps at this ghetto home. I don't like to say ghetto because I'm not, like that, but if it's ghetto and you see ghetto, then you gotta call it ghetto, you know what I'm saying, Oh. Breaking, messing stuff up. Basically like a 2-bedroom or sometimes 1-bedroom home. This has got a half bath. So you have to go like all the way over here. This is a 2-bedroom home. And that's basically how they were. I mean, they were a little bit bigger than this, but I didn't want to make them real big. I just didn't. So, that's my city. Oh, yeah, these emblems over here, these logos were made off of YouTube. This one's like identical to the Boston Bruins hockey team logo. And the one over here I made by myself, just off of my memory of like what the Flyers logo looks like. Not bad. I think I looked at the picture too though. So, for not copying it, block per block from somebody else's work, I think I did pretty good. Okay, so now that we've done that, what else can we do? What should we do? I'd really like to get working on this building here. There's just so many buildings to work on. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm like overwhelmed. Like the elevator is the hardest part of this building. That's why I'm like, taking my good old time working on the next level, because before I could put the next floor in, the lighting, for this floor, I have to put the next elevator in. And to do that, I have to watch a video on YouTube because I don't know how to do it myself. I'm just going to cut a hole in here so I can show you. This is what the elevator looks like on the inside of all this fancy. Yeah, it's a lot of redstone. It's redstone I don't know how to do without anybody else's like showing me. So we're just going to patch it back up and pretend I didn't show you that. Yeah. See, this is okay. When you hit the button, see that lights up when the button comes up. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button again, and it's going to take it down. You have to have your flying off when you do this. And that's pretty much how that works. Now I'm going to go back up just to show you that it works this way too. This part is like very careful because if you're not centered right, it can mess up. But it didn't this time, so that's good. But I have to do all the interior work, all the pistons and everything, and it's a really long drawn, it's like a 3-hour process. Once it's done, it looks great. But until you get to that point, it's like, I don't want to do this. It's just like, and then you have to figure out how many blocks, Because this is deep well right here. It's big space. So, of course, you're not going to go down this far when the floor is like, let's see, where is the floor? The floor is going to be like right here. This is the floor right here. So, you're going to come out like right here. You're going to go in the elevator right here. You're going to have a button like in the back wall here. Not over there, but like 2 spaces in. And you have, yeah, that's like, so from that space there, you have to go down like 1, 2, 3. I think you have to go down like 3 blocks. And I think you have to use like white wool, if I remember right. So, just like that. So, like, because you gotta build all the stuff, and it's like, it comes that way out to about right here. And that's just like to build up the first part of the elevator. It's not even to build up the stuff to lift it or anything. It's just to make this part like these 2 things to lift up and well, let's see. I want to make sure I'm like, it's called back up. I see a glitch right there. Okay, so when you, like, this part here will, like, raise up when the lower part of this, like, activates. And then that's what, like, keeps you, like, from being pushed out up here, because the glass is right here. And you only have, like, 1 space of, like, room to go. And your body is, like, 2 blocks high, so you can't fit through that 1 space. Anyway. I sound nerdy or geeky because I'm into Minecraft. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, it is. When I first saw it, I hated it. I was like, it's stupid, it looks dumb, I want to play it. And now that I have it and I've done all this work, it's my favorite game of all time. Easy. So, I hope you enjoyed my video. I don't know what to build anymore though. I'm like kind of stuck. So send me like invites or like messages and tell me what to build next. Or tell me what you would like to see me finish. For now I'm just gonna kind of go, and I'm not gonna work on this building because I have to do the other. I have to like have total like quietness when I do it and stuff. So I'm not gonna do that. I will go do something else for you though. Let's see how it messed up. It's not supposed to do that. I got stuck in there. Alright, so what we're gonna do is to get out of this place. Oh, can't go out that way. Oh. I'm just gonna go out here. Punch a hole in the wall. And here's black. And then I think it's white pane glass. There we go. So, let's see, what I'm gonna work on is I'm gonna show you how to build a house. Yeah, let's do that. That's easy. I'm gonna do it from scratch. Yeah, we'll use one of these platforms down here. Alright, so this is, I believe this is 25 by 30. That's what it's supposed to be anyway. 25 this way and 30 that way. So we're gonna clear that all out. This is made out of quartz. And we're gonna just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. I'm gonna go over here just to count this one, just to make sure. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. What did I count right here? 13, I think. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. That'll work. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Now, just to make sure they're even, you want to bring them across together like so. Because if they don't touch them, one of your counts is off. Like so. And then you gotta do the same thing back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, so now all you gotta do is the last corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And notice I didn't use any, like, potions of swiftness at, at that point. Because I don't want to, go too fast while I'm trying to count. You want to make sure your count's accurate. So each one of your buildings comes out evenly. Because an uneven building, to me, is like having half your fingernail, like, trimmed. I don't know, maybe I should use a different example, but that's the first thing that popped into my head, so. Who is Drew Buffington? Alright, so this wall is going to be facing another wall, so there's no point in putting windows there. So we're just going to finish this wall real quick. And, yeah. And we're going to do that like so. I should probably turn my volume down on my TV so you can't hear the blocks being laid, but I'll do it as soon as I'm done. Well, I'll do it now. Where's my room at? There it is. Go down. There we go. Who is Drew? How do I get to that? I get comments, but I don't know how to check them out when I'm doing this. Like comments on the side of my thing. Drew Buffington, what's up, bro? Drew Buffington, hey Donnie. Drew Buffington, stop hacking. Drew Buffington, you blind as fuck. Don't know who that is. Excuse my language. I think that's what AF means. Anyway. I spend a lot of time on this video game. It relaxes me. Sometimes I'll put my headphones on and I'll plug it into my cell phone and I'll listen to like my music, Christian music, classic rock music, you know, whatever I have on there. And I just sit and jam out, and it kind of like, it relaxes me, you know. It's like, let's say you're stressed out about something at work or something, you get home and the first thing you do is you get down on your knees and pray to God to, like, you know, help you with, you know, what's going on. Not to interrupt my train of thought, but, you know, on this one here, you're going to want to bring it up one because this building is going to be higher than the next. And there you can see what I'm talking about. So, yeah, you know, you want to come home and, like, say you want to come home and you've had a rough day and you know, all you want to do is, you know, just pray to God about the kind of day you've had. Well, this is what, you know, Minecraft does for me. It relaxes my mind. I think about, you know, things I've done that I shouldn't do, or, you know, and, like, even though I'm doing something and my mind is, like, you know, focused on what I'm doing, I'm also multitasking. I'm thinking about how I could be, like, you know, making my youth group better, or, I don't know, what I could do to make myself better, you know, so I can teach the kids at my youth group, you know, better. Right now we have, let's see, I was just given some paper information yesterday about how to do better with the youth group, like stuff to help me out with it. Who is Jacob Hyman? So I don't know how to do this. That's not it. For anybody who's watching, I appreciate you watching. I don't know how to comment to what you're saying to me. So if you can send me a message as to how to do that, that'd be great. Like on the side, there's messages coming up. I'm not sure who Drew Buffington is though. Anyway, I don't hack. I don't know how to hack. But if you're sending me messages and I'm not responding, it's because I don't know how to. I'm new to the PS4, so if you know how to do that for me to respond to you on the sidebar, please, you know, send me a message on the side so I know how to do it. Otherwise, I can't, like, you know, say, I guess I can do it. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, that's cool. This is live. Wow, this is very cool. Anyway, yeah. Send me a little message about how I can, oh, you can hear me. Okay, so, that's cool. I don't need to respond because you can hear me. I'm being stupid. I don't know who you are, Jacob Millman, but thank you for watching my video. Hit like if you like it. Hopefully you do. Did you see the tour, like, of what I was doing? Here, I'll do it again. It was a tour of, like, the city. That's actually a city I've been working on for quite a while. So that's the second wall. That's the first wall of the second house. I'm going to stop with that for a second, and I'm going to give Jacob Millman a tour right quick. This is a firehouse right here. These are the fire trucks I got offline. YouTube. Online, I should say. The inside of the firehouse isn't... What are you doing? I'm just building and, like, broadcasting, and right now I'm going to show you, like, what my city looks like that I've been working on for 2 years. This is the firehouse kitchen. I like the suspended table. It's pretty cool. This is just a guy on an armor stand with, you know, armor. pretty cool looking. This door. I'm not going to show you any more because there's nothing else done here, I don't think. A lot of these buildings are like empty or whatever. Get out the stupid door. And this is like a waterfall or elevator. Like I said, this is before I started like knowing how to do redstone and all that. And definitely before I learned how to do a elevator. If you would like to join me, send me a friend request and I will like accept you as a friend. I do have one rule though: if you break anything I've built, I will like kick you. Only because I've spent, you know, like many hundreds of hours building this city, and I don't want to have to like redo it all over again. So this is the firehouse. These are townhouses over here. This one's actually got a sign on it. Jake and Maji's crib. This is my nephew Jacob's crib. I don't think he decorated or anything yet, did he? This is back when he saw his girlfriend and him were still together. They're no longer together, so I probably need to change that. Ooh, he's got speakers up on the wall. That's pretty cool. And he's got pressure plates for a table. I let people like come on here and do stuff. Can you add me to... Add me it... is it Jack Tanner 02? Hold on, let me see. How do I do that? Friends. Players met. J A C T O O J A C T O O. I have 50 players. Hold on, let's go back to that. Jack Tanner. Oh, okay. 02. Hold on, I'll be right back. Trying to send you a thing. I can't see it. The crap's in my way. Jack Tanner. Oh, 02. Send a friend request. Okay. Alright, Jack Tanner, I sent you a friend request, man. Alright, so where are we at? So, as I was saying, I was working on building a townhouse. I'm gonna go back to that. Just easy to do real quick. You guys have probably seen houses. You've seen so many houses and stuff. So let's go work on the hotel instead. Yeah, let's go do that. I'm eager to work on the hotel and get that finished. I'll invite you to a party. No, don't invite me to a party because I'm broadcasting live and I want to like be able to talk to the people that are like watching my videos. I can invite you into the game, I think, while I'm broadcasting. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need orange. stained clay. We're gonna need green. Then we're gonna come over here and get my redstone lamp. Get redstone. Yeah, I already said I'm not starting joining your party, man. We're gonna get a lever. What else am I missing? Oh, we need a piston. And we need a cauldron and a bucket of water. So, this is how it goes. These 4 empty spaces are motel rooms that I have not decorated or put lights in or anything. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna start with this room here. So what you want to do is bring the orange out. Yeah, as told you, I'm not doing that Jack Tanner. And then we'll bring this one out like so. And then there has to be one here. One here. Okay, this kid's like now bombarding me with videos. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm really just trying to make friends and show people my building skills and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to making new friends. I've always liked to make new friends, but my building comes first. So, alright, so now we get to. Did we turn it on yet? I'm gonna turn this on so we know it's working right away, and it is. And now we're gonna put redstone there, and we might put it there. Considering, we are gonna put a glowstone in here. Always put it there, cause that way it's easier to get back to the orange clay, like so. Yeah. So, if you don't stop spamming me, I will delete you as a friend. I'm busy. Now, if you want to invite, that I will do. Then you'll be able to hear me. Let's see, where are you? There, now you've been invited so you can hear me right through there. And I'll be able to talk to you also while I'm doing my little thing. I'm going to put door on here. Always like to use, whoops. One of these. Alright. Alright, so that's that. That's the closet and that's the light up fixture. Now, when you're doing lights, we're gonna change this and we're gonna bring this out to here. Because my lights are gonna go along here. Of course, I'm not gonna make it main lights. It would be just plain dumb. I'm gonna do 3. Yeah, that'll work. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna create my bathroom. My bathroom is gonna be right here. So now we're gonna put my piston down. And we're gonna put my lever here. We're gonna pop the lever up. Now you're like, well, your water's gonna be pushed up like that. And, well, it won't be when I'm done. So we're just gonna put this here. I'm just gonna create a block around it. I can do that. Now, I'm gonna put the water there. I'm not ready to release that yet. And now I like to use, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to make my bathtubs pretty big. It's a fancy hotel, so I want a fancy bathtub. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're like, well, how are you gonna, like, keep the water on the floor? Well, here's where we close it off right now. And we'll make this. There and there. And then we'll bring my bathroom wall out to here. So that'll come out to, I want the bathroom to come out all the way over here. And we're gonna put a door here. So what we're gonna do is for here, we're gonna knock this out. Because there's no point in putting lights where we're not going to be able to see them. In fact, we're gonna knock, oh, that one has 4. That's not the way it's supposed to be. We'll put 2 here, and then 2 here. And then we'll knock this out. And that'll be green. That'll be green. I think that'll work. Let's see. Water comes out the front. And then your toilet goes there, and your sink goes there, side by side. And you put that on there. Okay. I'm going to switch it back to orange clay. I had a theme for like every floor in this hotel so far, especially like, when it came to the rooms, like this one was, like mangoes, and because the floor is like cantaloupe, or maybe it's cantaloupe, mango, and I forget what the other one is, maybe papaya or something like that. So we don't need that. We don't need the corner ones, just so we can run redstone on them, and we can use that there. And you're probably thinking, well, why is he doing all this, Not like anybody can really stay here. I'm doing this because I want to get into, I want to get into probably, I don't know, for me it's like I want to call it the world's record of Minecraft. But it's not the Minecraft world's record I'm, concerned about. Or, really after. I want to get into Minecon for being for having the biggest city. So, that's my idea. And if you're wondering what Minecon is a convention. I believe the last one was in Florida. It goes on every year. Thinking sometime during the summer, I think it is. Where they have a convention, people that created Minecraft and all the little subsidiary things that actually this doesn't belong here. Here it is. But stuff like that. I just want to get into, I want to be on Minecon. For those of you who don't know anything about me, probably better that you don't. I'm not, a little kid. I am old enough to be probably most of the people who play Minecraft's dad. Kind of weird for me to say that because I don't know, I don't think of Minecraft as a little kid's game. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff that people build for Minecraft, and I don't know how anybody could consider that to be little kid stuff. I'm gonna put these lights right here just because it's gonna bug me if I don't. No, you won't be able to see them. I know they won't be there. It'll bug me. Now we have it right. Okay. And there should be one right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is real quick run this up between. Now you say, well, you got this block here, you can't run it, up here, so you just split it out. You don't even have to split it out there, just split it out to there. And then for the rest of it, you run it out to here, and run it up through here, and then you lose power here. Just repeat. Let's see. We're gonna losing power back here. There we go. Oh, I didn't have to do that. Because we're not at the end of the room yet. Put that one there. Put that there. That's all. And then we'll go with the green one. We know that's not going to be anything. We'll go this way with that. And this way with that. And this way with that. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. So we have one more line.